You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your weekly spoilers for Monday, December 11th, all the way through Friday, December 15th, 2023. There's some exciting stuff going on. It doesn't look like anybody is gearing up for Christmas because there's like some heavy storylines happening in Genoa City right now. And I'm going to dig into all this. But the bright spot for me is the Adam and Sally stuff. And Adam's got a beard. I like it. It's not like a full beard like Nick has, but you guys will see on Monday. It's saucy. I kind of like it. All right. If you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Now let's dig into what's going on next week. Monday, December 11th is season 51, episode 48. Adam makes progress with Sally. They talk about kind of, getting back to where they were before, resetting things, really restarting. She talked about how she's going to talk about how that she's not sure with them sleeping together men, and she's just kind of on the fence, but she's still really into him. And so big progress for them. I'm hoping to see them together canoodling under the mistletoe very soon. Victor vows he will protect Nikki no matter what. But Nikki is getting these sketchy texts from Jordan with this Edgar Allan Poe kind of creepy poetry in there. Yeah, it's really weird. And she picks up a bottle of vodka when Victor's out of the room and just starts guzzling it like it's water, and she just finished a marathon. So this is bad. Michael is asked to represent Claire Howard. So he takes off for Oregon. He has a chat with her and he decides to take her case. So that's kind of interesting. Cole, meanwhile, went to Oregon to look for something of Claire's to do the DNA test. They wanted basically kind of something that couldn't be tampered with so they could just kind of privately do the test. Because, anytime you say, oh, we're doing a DNA test on a soap opera, someone's going to mess with it. So he found like her brush and a couple of personal items. So it looks like they're going to have that DNA test and get results back soon. Meanwhile, Claire's in jail. She is tormented by nightmares about Jordan taunting her and Victoria rejecting her. And sexy bearded Adam runs into Nick, also bearded, also sexy. And Nick refuses to tell him where they went to, what was going on. He's being typical Nick the Stick. Sally shows up. She kind of bumps into Nick and he winces. He's in pain, but he doesn't tell either of them that he got slashed. So that's when they have the talk about them resetting things. And Nikki and Victor get a visit from Victoria, and they are not happy at all to hear that she is trying to help Claire and has hired Michael to represent her. They basically say that they wish she had hired a mediocre lawyer. So, okay. Tuesday, December 12th is episode 49 of season 51. And Jack and Ashley put their heads together. They're scheming, they're plotting. Of course, it's how to eliminate the threat that Tucker is to not only Jabot, but this company, I think they pronounce it Glacade, that she and Tucker co-own, and they were going to start together. He's trying to buy her half. He wants to weaponize it against Jabot. And Kyle gets a valuable life lesson from his mommy, Diane Jenkins Abbott, while Mamie and Jill absolutely cannot hide their contempt for each other. They both realize that Tucker is a common enemy, but they can't get past the antipathy they have for each other that's decades in the making, Wednesday, December 13th is season 51, episode 50 of Young and the Restless. And Victoria and Cole agree that they must know the truth about Claire. That's kind of a frustrating spoiler because they've had like 2 or 3 conversations just like that. So I feel like we're going to get the same conversation again. That's what I feel like. Maybe they're having it in the context of getting their DNA samples together to have this test run. Devon and Nate reach an agreement on Wednesday. It looks like Nate is definitely back at Chancellor Winters. We'll see how it goes. I don't think he can be trusted, but I do think he's gorgeous, and that's important in a soap actor. Heather Stevens takes advantage of Lily Winters' absence on Wednesday to get closer to Daniel Romalotti. She's making herself at home at his place, and yeah. So it's very weird how they exited Crystal Khalil as Lily. She's off on maternity leave, and they just said, said that Maddie's school had a fire and she has to go there. And it's like, that seems like a weekend trip or a week trip. I'm guessing she's going to be gone, a couple of months. That's kind of standard, sometimes 3 months for maternity leave. How long is this school going to be aflame? Thursday, December 14th, 2023 is season 51, episode 51. It's 5151 on Thursday. Jordan is busy plotting her next scheme against the Newmans. This crazy bee has got a knife and she's got vials of something. I'm assuming it's more of that same toxin, and she's ready to just do terrible, terrible things. And Victor gets news that makes him suspicious. And Nikki is having to work really hard to hide the fact that she is continuing to drink, continuing to go to AA meetings, but also continuing to hit the vodka bottle. Just real quick, I want to say something based on the comments. So Nikki's drinking vodka, and I see a lot of people in the comments saying vodka's odorless. So I have always found that on people's breath, vodka has a very distinct aroma. Every liquor does. And so I Googled, because I'm like, I know when people drink vodka, because there's a vodka alcoholic in my family. And vodka in the bottle, if you sniff it in the bottle, like rum has a very kind of a sweet almost smell. Tequila is a little more tangy. Gin to me is kind of chemically, but everybody's noses are different. Vodka in the bottle doesn't have a very strong smell. As soon as it goes into your mouth, it starts reacting with your body chemistry and metabolizing, and it smells. So to say vodka doesn't have a smell, that doesn't mean they're talking about just in the bottle. If you don't believe me, Google it. But because I did Google it, because I am a research girl, and B, like I said, I have a vodka alcoholic in the family, a beer alcoholic too. And beer, of course, reeks to me. I don't like it. But yeah. So the second it's on your tongue, there is an aroma to it, just by the way. So unless you're an alcoholic who's doing it in an IV like they did to Nikki, where it doesn't, metabolize in your mouth and make a smell. Yes, it does have a scent. So, alcoholics do. Everybody probably has one in their family. Perfume, other things, air freshener to try to cover up the smell. So that same day, Phyllis issues a tempting invitation to Danny Romalotti. How will she tempt him? The only thing I think she could do to tempt him is to ask him to have a conversation about their son Daniel, because Danny knows better, and he's been cooking pasta for Christine and making out with her, and I just don't want this plot at all. So meh. I'm going to have my finger on the fast forward button on Thursday for those scenes. I'll listen to what the invitation is, and if I'm annoyed, they may get the FF fast forward. Friday, December 15th, as we wrap up next week in Genoa City, is season 51, episode 52. And Summer Newman is all in her feelings for Chance Chancellor. Her strong feelings are getting to her. I wonder when she's going to take action. Ashley makes a deal with Tucker McCall. I'm sure this is in, relation to the scheme and the strategy that she and Jack set up earlier in the week. And Kyle and Audra have some unfinished business. My question is it actual business or is it bedroom business? We'll see. All right, that's everything I have. Let me know what you're looking forward to seeing next week on Y&R, and be sure and come back soon. Click subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely, check back soon. I'm here every day talking Young and the Restless 7 days a week. And as always, this has been Belinda from Soap Dirt. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.